We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartno before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Elaine... How do you say her last name again? Oye? Elaine Oye? Wayu, thank you. I was like, it's like it has nothing to do with the R. Given that Elaine Wayu was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence. And if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Let's freaking go, baby! I love the flames painted on it. I think that's sick. Oh, so this is where Nero was in that cutscene, right? He was chilling on this in the Cardinal Flats, because this is where the original calamity happened, right? Cardinal Flats is where the PvP stuff happens. Oh, but because it's neutral. Well, that makes sense actually. Because this is where.
What was that?
Ah. This is where Bahamut happened, right? Yeah. Okay.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
Okay, let's go.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Okay, but
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
what did you find? Oh shit.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Oh, it's a shield guy.
Something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it?
Wait, he's got the hammer and the shield gun.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
Oh, is he tough? Nero? Wait, is he just going in by himself?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
He's pretty cool, actually. I like him a lot. Holy shit, this guy's dangerous, I feel like. Surrender! We have you outnumbered. I don't give a shit. Wouldn't be the first time. True. And I think Ida's like, I have nothing to lose, so. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Alright, Nero. I guess. What do you say, buddy? That sounds like a motorcycle. Haha! Oh, maybe I numbered. And? Behold, the Red Baron. Now in this nonsense. Nice. Where's ours at? How come we never summon ours anymore? What the? No one said they'd have Magitech armor. Forward! For the Empire! The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men? I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. Go get him, Gosetsu. Oh wait, am I in this thing? Alright, did we get Omega? Is Omega on now? Oh, we followed them. Nice. Shouldn't somebody, like, stay out there and, like, watch for bad guys? Some people backpedal out of AoE always gives me anxiety. Yeah, it should. A very slow way to walk out of an AoE.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
We did it. It's awake now.
Remarkable. Omega's sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
That's not good, right?
Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the primal at Belsar's wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess, we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
I don't feel like this is a good idea. What could go wrong with an autonomous robot? That was exactly what I was thinking, Mir. What could possibly go wrong? A whole lot of shit. Have you guys seen iRobot?
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
Let's pull its plug. It's not a vacuum, Gallon.
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think? Just what I thought.
All right.
Nothing. Oh.
Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
Go time. Here we go.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Or Ida. Yeah, punch it. Yeah. I still don't know about this.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
The
It's
launch
fine.
sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
I feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like this is a real, like, an alarm. Nero's laugh. Like, this is bad. Everything's bad. We're in a bad place. Holy shit. Oh my god, look at that thing. Alright, Omega, hit him. Jesus. He sucks. Omega's terrible. Omega is so bad. He can't even shoot the primal. Wow, that guy's so cool. What kind of primal is that thing? It's a water primal. And no shot Omega comes back, right? So if Omega doesn't win here and it doesn't kill him, then we have the dragon and we have Omega that we have to deal with. So now we have 2 problems on our hands. And Papalimo is still dead. Nobody wins. Hey, Quizzle, how's it going? Oh, Omega can fly. He's like a beetle. He's like a little beetle. The steel just keeps getting... It really does. It's like that I offer you this and you get this. We offered them Papalimo and we got Dragon and Beetle Alien. Ooh. This is a Godzilla movie. I was thinking the same thing, actually. That's too funny. He's kind of cool. Does this dragon have a name? Oh my god. Oh no, it's not winning. Oh, now it's winning. Oh, now nobody's winning. Oh, fuck. Boom. Holy shit, that's not good. That's not good. That's almost worse than I think a primal being loose. Just freaking dropped an A-bomb on Belsar's wall. Did not win? Did neither of them win?
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
They're both asleep? No one wins.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
Oh, he's like, just like, looking up at the monitors.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
So Omega being there, that was good, but now Omega's in stasis.
I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Now there's just a sleeping autonomous robot out there somewhere that we don't actually know where. Sick.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
I was like still kind of holding on that he would be okay because we hadn't heard anything officially yet, but that was the official like Papalymo's gone. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Go to Gridania, I'm ready. Bye, Papalymo. Alright, Sid. One moment, everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Alphino has the look of a man with much to say. Let's freaking do it, baby. I'm ready. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Kosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand, and all there are eager to hear your testimony. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You're too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain, but I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gyrabania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens could be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I've never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak of the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu? It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. Shinryu? Am I saying that right, you guys? This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes of the Gyrabanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Terrapin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Gyrabania. Though Ilbert has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of the Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlean's grasp. So wait, so is Stormblood just about, like, us taking back Alamigo and Shinryu? I mean, like, I guess my understanding of it now is that that's what it's going to be about. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Y'shtola and the others have gathered at Amarisax's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now the cocoon is gone. I hate you guys. It's decided then. Lead on.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the primal shook the very firmament.
Firmament. Probably.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
I mean, I can only imagine the casualties that occurred on the other side of that wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise.
True.
Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
But it would have been upon, like, the whole world. Like, that dragon was super strong. I guess all of Eorzea.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
Beggared belief!
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Might as well, yeah. Poor Ida.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Oh, poor Ida.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role.
At least you know her real name now. Shut up, random.
Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
So not necessarily like a villain arc, but like she's definitely like, I could feel that like she was like really struggling with like her identity, and I was like something like she's like something is definitely going to change with her for sure. Yeah. 60 years predates even 1.0, so we've never actually met the real Ida. Well, I was just about to say, like, when she took that mask off, I was like, she feels like a completely different character from Ida, just because like the face is different. So like for her to be literally somebody different, actually kind of cool, and like a neat way to like introduce a new character to the game, I guess. Is Lise like, is she a character in the other Final Fantasies, or is she only new to Final Fantasy 14?
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
She's a 14 original. Okay, the name just sounds familiar, so that's the only reason I ask.
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
Okay.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
It's such an intense, like, stare. It's kind of freaky. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Ye. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell Tataru and my sister. You bet we do. You guys, we did it. I told you I would do it. I told you we could do it tonight. Congratulations on warding the heavens. You truly are the Final Fantasy XIV Heavens Ward.